There'll never be a nigger at sea. There'll never be a nigger at sea. You came from a tree, but you'll never talk with me. There'll never be a nigger. You came from a tree, but you'll never talk with me. There'll never be a nigger at sea.
This is what these Akademiks saying, God damn it, man. Looky here. Now, what you're just now witnessing, right? You're witnessing a old Caucasian slave master spiritual. Now, you're hearing it from the Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity of the University of Oklahoma. Now, they do this every now and then just to reinforce their NNA policy. And yes, that means no niggas allowed. Now, to keep it real, listen, man, because you see them, they're dressed in formal attire. Somebody recorded this. Apparently, this happened quite recently. And then a black group on campus called Unheard, they got a hold of the video and they posted it. Now, since it's gone viral, the school's president already cut ties with the entire chapter of Sigma Alpha Epsilon on campus, told all the students living within campus fraternity quarters that, yo, you gotta dip. You gotta immediately, in 24 hours, seek alternative residence. Now, Waka Flocka, in a very self-deprecating move, he says he wasn't going to perform at a party that was going to be hosted or thrown by SAE, which is kind of like, Negro, you had no choice. They're banned from campus, which means your party's canceled anyway. So good try on the PR move by Waka Flocka. Now, let's get into this, man, because am I surprised? Absolutely not. You'd be surprised how people act when they feel they're in the presence of like-minded people who share also their bigoted views and they think they're not being recorded to be later judged in a public sphere. You'd be surprised what people actually say. Now, being someone who graduated from college, a big college at that Rutgers University, and have multiple interactions with all communities, fraternities, sororities, athletes, non-athletes, everybody in general at a college campus, I'm well aware that some people, they join these sororities or fraternities where they have a culture that they look down on blacks. Now, you got to realize, right? Because some of these kids, they come from affluent backgrounds. But when you go to a big college like University of Oklahoma, you get thrusted in with about 50,000 people. You might have avoided some Negroes when you were in high school. So you might have went to a school with a private school or whatever the case is. Graduating class was like 50. Now you're at a big fucking public school where you can't avoid running into Negroes. So you got to realize, these people then link up with each other who think like them because they got this no nigga policy, and then they get into these groups and they then try to prevent everybody else that they don't like from getting into it. So these things definitely exist, and it doesn't only exist with people not liking niggas. It could be other groups, people not liking gays, the same shit. Now, the thing is, and this crazy thing about it is that these people felt so comfortable, they're remixing songs. Once you get into the point where you're remixing songs about your bigoted views, you're getting over the top. Now, you could tell, because I can tell you this right now, it's more than just a song. They really mean it. A lot of sororities and fraternities, they don't like other people or set of people for whatever reasons. I mean, I've talked to people in sororities that say, yo, we won't let anybody into our group if they motherfucking ugly. So people got their biases. People got their bigoted views. Don't think it's only this one isolated situation. Talking to people who have been in these organizations, whether they admit it or not, and none are going to admit it. But they either don't like niggas, they either don't like people who might be Asian, people who might be Latino, Latina, they might not like people who are homosexuals, people might just not like people who are ugly. Now, the crazy thing is, and this is why you see, like, within the frat sorority community, you'll notice there's a big divide. You have D9, that's the black frats. Then you have the Latin frats and sororities. Then you have the white frats. And if you notice on any college campus, the white frats, they usually are very affluent because their alumni donate hundreds of thousands of dollars. SAE, they're rolling in dough, believe me, right? They're living at large. Now, when you look at a D9 frat, they might not be so well off, right? And obviously, it's not going to be the same because historically, if you're relying on alumni who have came through and gotten successful, it's going to be different if you got an all-black frat and an all-white frat. Now, listen, man, here's the fucked up thing about it, right? You see these kids that's wild on the bus. They're probably the same kids that go to the football games, go to the basketball games. They cheer for the black athletes who are doing really good. That's bringing that school championships. And we know University of Oklahoma, they're kind of good in football, right? And they'll go cheer for the black football players. But then when they get back to their quarters around their people, they're saying, man, fuck all them niggas, man. And that's just what it is. They'll start making up chants even though they're celebrating a win. Now, I got one question, man, because I'm wondering who the fuck released this video. You know why? Usually when people are bigoted, right? They think certain ways about other people. They don't express it unless they're around other people that all think alike. And usually bigoted people don't out other bigoted people. It's the reason why Donald Sterling, he wasn't outed for years. It took basically a mixed black chick to out this dude like, yo, you gonna cut my funds? I gotta out you, my nigga. You gotta get out of here. You're talking reckless about blacks. I'm not fucking with it. And then when you think about it, as far as the resolution, this is what I gotta say. Because there's going to be a lot of things done. There's going to be, oh, yo, we got to suspend them. We got to do this. You're not going to really hurt these kids. We forgave fucking Justin Bieber. He made up a song basically about lynching niggas. People said, oh, yo, it's just Justin. It's cool. For these kids, they're going to make some type of excuses. Yo, they're inebriated. They're this, they're that. Listen, they weren't thinking. They were reading a teleprompter. You got the words mixed up. It was actually edited. They're going to come up with all type of shit to save these kids. Believe me. SAE might publicly denounce him, but they got people working behind the scenes who probably got some deep ass pockets, and whoever you think Olivia Pope of the black community is, they got 10 times that fixing this situation. So listen, the fact that we forgave and forgot about Justin Bieber making up that song, listen, people will forget about this, and that's just how shit goes. Now, I will tell you that the views that these kids express, that's how they feel. Don't take it any other way. Talking about it's just a song, that's how they feel. Are there still racist people? Yes. Is everybody racist? Absolutely not. And the thing is, it's so hard to find out the ones who are, because usually you don't hear this type of banter or this type of conversation or these type of motherfucking songs unless you're within that circle and you're one of them thinking the same way. So when a video like this comes out, it's like, oh my God, it's kind of like getting a fucking secret recording of a KKK meeting. You're like, what? This shit's still happening? Yes, motherfucker. It's still happening. Not because you're not there to watch it, because you're not in it, and they're probably hating on you. Doesn't mean it's not happening. However, it doesn't mean that it's everybody. It's still a segment of the population, though. So you guys get in the comment box. You guys weigh in. Make sure you guys like. Definitely subscribe. What do you think should happen to these kids? Do you think anything will happen? And hey, have you gone to college or any type of school institution, academic institution, where you kind of have realized that, yo, there might be a group or maybe some particular organizations where they really got an NWA policy? No niggas allowed. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like. It's your boy DJ Akademiks. I'm out.